And welcome to today's Sanctuary League match here on the main channel. My name is Caliber. I am casting today together with my dear co-caster Bearded Monkey. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
And we have a great one today. We have a very interesting matchup, a matchup that decides the path of both of these teams, and one of these teams is gonna have a bit of an issue after today if they go down here today, aren't they?
Yeah, so both teams are a bit stuck at the bottom of the table. Currently tied for eighth place, but we have them fighting for a spot in a bit higher up, going 4-4 if they win 2-0 today. So they're in the middle of the pack if they win, but if they go 2-6, it's really hard to get the wins they need for playoffs.
Yes, this matchup between Extraordinary and the Shadow Phoenix teams is gonna hopefully be a very interesting match. And we two talked already a bit about what these teams like to do. And Bill Monkey, tell us more about these teams.
So both teams have really strong bot lanes. So both teams will most likely look to play through bot lane and accelerate their game through that. Um, One issue they extraordinarily can face is in top lane. Change by support is mostly known as a tank player, and the Shadow Phoenix top player, Neon FGZ, is really good on certain champions like Ambassador and Rel. That can cause a bit of trouble for tank players.
I guess we have to see if this ambassador actually comes through. As we all can see, the Extraordinary this game one have lost their first ban in the series due to locking in their roster too late. As we get our first bans, Caitlyn Jarvan being banned and actually Nafiri being taken out by Extraordinary. We've seen the jungler actually of Shadow Phoenix playing a lot of Nafiri. And is that a pick you think that they need to ban?
I mean, he's playing it a lot. If you don't know what it is exactly doing, it can be really difficult to play against it. So I understand the ban they are putting on it because it can really snowball a game if she gets fed. So yeah,
And with that, we get our first pick, Woolly Bear being secured for Shadow Phoenix.
yeah.
Not
This is most likely going to be a top lane volleyball, I think. It's really great into tanks. It's really great into picks also like Renekton and yeah. We also
well.
see this Swain on the side of Extraordinary. Their mid laner really likes this champion, so I'm a bit of surprised to see it going through the draft.
I mean, it's also a deny for the Shadow Phoenix AD carry, and with that, we get the answer of Skarner. Skarner, one of the most terrorizing jungler these last few patches. And
It's
what do you
really
think
really
they should answer
really
now?
good. I mean, one of the answers into the Skarner pro play that emerged is the Ivern and the Bandit themselves. So
Mm,
probably just a solid front line. Probably something like Sin could work,
Ogma.
but I don't really like. Oh, Gogma is really great. I mean, Extraordinary is really tanky right now. They have a Swain, they have a Skarner. They probably have a Bruiser or tank top lane. So it's really great for the Cockman to just free hit targets in front of him.
And what support will we see? Will we see Lulu away? A Milio maybe?
Yeah, Lulu, Milio are really good here. I mean, Milio is really great also against the Skarner.
But securing the
Uh,
Hui actually is that a okay mid-lane matchup? It doesn't sound very fun.
I mean, you're clearing waves, no? As way.
I guess. Where we see the most contested AD carry in LEC currently, Ezreal, being picked up for Extraordinary, makes it so that now Extraordinary can actually take out these enchanter supports. I mean, would you, if you were an Extraordinary, would you just say, let's take out the Lulu, take out the Milio, and see what they have to play with Kog'Maw?
Yeah, that would be my picks. They take out the Alyssa. Or Alyssa's also a great pick here. Or a great ban here because it denies a bit of peel and a bit of engage. So
Mhm.
Shadow Phoenix is lacking a lot of engage right now. They banned the Dravan themselves, they don't have the Skarner, they don't have the Maokai. It's really hard for them to find disengage. And we see the Lulu ban, so Milio's open. And would not be surprised if Shadow Phoenix picks up the Milio here.
Yeah, me neither, but that leaves out Extraordinary support with a, I'm guessing, R10 support counter pick. Something like a Blitzcrank, maybe.
Yeah,
Would at least
Blitzcrank
be
would
a,
be a
a
great pick
collective
here.
chaos special.
Yeah, Blitzcrank is really great here. Something like Leona could be pretty good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we will see. They're probably picking a top laner right now to secure port counter pick, or at
Yeah,
least that's what I would do. And we
I would
see the
agree, I would agree, but
Karma.
they are just going for the Ezreal Karma, one of the most famous Ezreal bot lanes. Will we see it face up against Kog'Maw Milio, or are they looking for
I
some
mean,
engage themselves?
now the Milio is really weak because Milio cannot really challenge the Karma in any way. We see the Jenna's great pick here on paper, but I don't know if she can really challenge the Karma and push.
Ooh.
So there could be an issue in bot lane with farming for the Kog'Maw because he can't really step up to the wave.
And we see that apparently Shadow Phoenix are looking to just put this Volibear into the jungle and still probably blind pick top lane, having like a mill currently.
Yeah, so as we already said, the extraordinary top lane and change by support plays a lot of
Riven
Renekton
blind.
and he plays a lot of Ornn, so they're probably expecting a Ornn pick here, and then Riven or Camille are really good picks because they cannot be really challenged by the Ornn at some point.
But is Riven that good of a blind pick champion here? I mean,
And it's still rough, but the greatest counter they have is the Renekton, I think, and they put it out. They now pick the Malphite.
Malphite.
Malphite is also a bit difficult as a matchup for Riven, but he plays a lot of Riven, so he probably knows what he's doing. But yeah, can be an issue early on.
Okay. Then, coach, looking at these two drafts, who do you think would take our first game today?
I really like the draft of Extraordinary. It is pretty much easier to play. They have good targets to hit with the Cockman with the Way. They're really, really tanky. The Swain will be really hard to kill. The Skarner will be really hard to kill. The Malphite will be really hard to kill. And Ezreal can pretty much peel for himself. They don't. On the side of Shadow Phoenix, there's not that much real dive. They probably have the Volibear ulting into the backline or the Riven looking for some flanks here, but it's really hard to get on top of the Ezreal. And then Ezreal can free hit while his free tanks are just hitting the opponent front line.
I would definitely have to agree with you on that. Extraordinary seems to be more of a in-order team comp. They know what they want to do, while the team comp of Shadow Phoenix kind of looking to create some chaos here with the Riven, the Way, Kog'Maw, all these different various types of threats, but no real synergy in between. So we have to see if Shadow Phoenix can get enough chaos done. If they can
Yeah,
individually diff enough to get this
yeah.
team comp running.
Yeah, so one thing Shadow Phoenix can do is just wait for the Riven to scale up a bit. I believe she will at some point win against the Malphite, and then they can play through side lane and play for the Riven, play with Volibear for dives, and they have a really good wave clear with Way, with Kog'Maw. So this is probably win condition for them, but in team fights it will be pretty rough if they don't get a lead. And we also have a featured matchup here, and the featured matchup is between the two supports.
Here, Force 1 versus the Vamarox, the featured matchup of today. Both the supports have shown that they are leading their team as good as they can on their different kinds of champions, but still as support And who do you see taking the lead today?
Uh, as we already said, Extraordinary Draft is easier to play. I really like Karma in the early game. So in the lane, in the 1v1, or on the 2v2 matchup, on the 1v1 matchup, I think Vamarox will take a 1-0 lead today
One
on
only
this game.
today, but that still doesn't mean that they are out. But this first game is gonna it's gonna be interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
Gonna set the pace for the series today, and who knows? Maybe the Shadow Phoenix roster can, even though they made their life a bit hard with a draft, maybe they can still show up.
Yeah. I mean, they played a lot of these champions recently. The top laner played in their last two SNCL games, two matches in a row. He picked the rhythm, so he's really, really confident on it. He had some good showings on it, so yeah.
Okay, so if we
They believe
just
in their ability to carry these games.
so if we just take a look at these two comps, what I'm noticing here is that we have kind of themes going on, the themes of comfort versus meta, and as you're also playing on a team, which one do you prefer? Would you rather see your guys playing some comfort champs or the best meta champs?
I mean, I'm always more on the likes of comfort champs because at the level we play right now, meta is important, but if you find something that works in the meta that is really comfortable for you, it's much easier to play for you. You go in there, you completely know what your champion does, and then yeah, it's really really easy to execute most of these games.
Okay, interesting take. As we are now waiting for the right game's delay, we have this series deciding what team is gonna pull ahead in this bottom side of the table. And who do you think out of these four teams that are currently tied for eighth place, which team can take the lead?
Wait, just let me look at the standings real quick. So we have Shadow Phoenix, we have Epitome Crash, we have Extraordinary, and we had Invicta coming up into this week. I believe Invicta already played their match this week. So Invicta is 4-4 right now. They played against Neverending Int, if I'm correct. Um, so yeah, it's really easy for Invicta to get through. I think they mm, trolled a bit at the beginning. They role swapped a lot. Now they are really tryharding. They're showing the best, and I believe at the start of the split they were predicted to go as first. So seeing them at 2-4 after 3 weeks is a bit disappointing, and it's also now exciting to see if they get in the playoffs or not.
Okay, and what do you think about the last team apparently still playing, which is Epitome Crash? They're still playing against slim odds.
Yeah, so I have to say I don't know really much about this team. Um, I mean, Epitome Crash. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Who did they face so far? They faced Tunnel Bones in their first week. Then they faced Never Ending Int, and then they faced Quantum Infinity. So they struggled against teams that are predicted to go to playoffs, and they won against a team that is 0-6 currently, or 0-8 after playing against Invicta. So yeah, it would be really rough for them to get into playoffs and be competitive there, as they already showed they struggle a bit with the teams higher up the standings.
So you would say you see slim odds taking that?
Yeah, I see Slimovs taking that game or go
Okay.
1-1. but still, then Slimmods is in a greater place to advance to playoffs.
Okay, and then let's head back to our match today. If we just try to forget these drafts, just by just judging by the names we see today, who do you think would take it, Shadow Phoenix or Extraordinary? I must say I'm a bit biased because my jungler is
Yeah,
playing an
me
Extraordinary,
too.
so
Yeah, I mean, we're from Sanctuary, so we know these guys. Um, to be fair, Shadow Phoenix had a really, really rough schedule so far. They played against Assassin's Creed, who are currently in first place, unbeaten. They played against Snack Pack, which they are 4-4 right now, but they are also a really good team. And then they also won against Neverending Int, and Extraordinary also won against Neverending Int, took their wins there, and then they struggled a bit against Thunderbolts, who had a really good start going for all, but now they are falling off, and then they lost against Slim Odds. So probably looking at the rest of the split from the results so far, I see Shadow Phoenix having a slight edge over Extraordinary.
and if we find Extraordinary in the scenario of going down 2-6, do you think that just means game over for them, or do they still have chances to still find themselves securing this playoff split?
I mean, there's still chances, but they're really, really slim. They would probably play against another team they are currently face. They are currently at their standings, so they can win, but we only having 2 weeks left after this, so they need to win everything, I believe, and that will be really rough for their team.
Okay, so what you're saying is that they are slim odds.
Yeah, they
And
have
with
slim
that,
odds.
we're heading into the first game of today. We have Shadow Phoenix on blue side versus Extraordinary on red side. We have two very, very different drafts. And we don't see any shenanigans in early game.
Yeah, just a normal 5-point cover from both teams. I mean, something special they did is not covering really mid lane. They just put a ward on the brush and went into the jungle. Now the Volibear is covering, but they saw the Swain moving there. One thing I want to point out, I know you're an ADC player, so Ezreal has Conqueror here. I usually prefer the pressy attack against bit squishier team like Shadow Phoenix has. What is your thinking about that?
I mean, my opinion is very simple. This new lethal tempo Ezreal tech is incredibly good, and
Yeah, it
especially
is.
against team where you can hit a lot, it just makes a lot of sense to take it. So I would have taken lethal tempo here. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, it's still a bit hard for him to hit now. He's probably getting the office. He steps a bit up. So going for Conqueror, I can understand it, but there's not really a tanky member on the side of Shadow Phoenix here.
I mean, Volibear and Riven will get tanky-ish, but not
Yeah.
enough for Conqueror. Yeah, I would agree with you. Either press the attack or leave the tempo. Is he on bot lane first? Good trades coming in. Peel Force 1 already. Dropping to 250 health. Big karma Qs.
Yeah, really well played here from Rocks so far. Always looking for the angles for his Qs. Poking out the general big and another one hitting here.
And I want to point out what Vamaworks did in the first 2 minutes of the game was taking that position in the third bush and instantly hitting a mantra Q onto, I think, both even. So they
Yeah,
are securing pretty much all the early of the lane for themselves here.
yeah. So now we see them playing with their health advantage, just bullying the bot lane of Shadow Phoenix a bit here, which we already predicted in draft. The first one missing now from Rocks, so he's not hitting everyone, everything.
No aimbot. Now a bit of a chase here, but as the Q does not connect, Ezreal will not arcane shift into this Janna. He is also still up, so probably a good choice.
Yeah.
Mid lane looks very interactive.
Yeah, it's just shoving waves into each other. The Swain probably does not have the damage so far. Remember stepping up here.
I mean, isn't just shoving mid wave not like mid lane this season in a nutshell?
Yeah, most matchups it is. Like mage against mage is probably just shoving each other. Obviously, we're seeing a gank top lane.
Now we have our first gank attempt. Lito looking to get his Riven ahead here. He also took the path towards topside, so he was planning to get his Riven ahead a bit from the get-go. Let's see if he can actually do something here, but it doesn't look like it. Change by support, respecting that Volibear could be here, but now maybe the reinforcement cats on top lane. Volibear is looking for the engage.
Oh no.
Stuns the minion. Nobody saw that, don't worry. But
No.
it's a bit of tempo loss for Malphite, but all in all, I mean, not dying is always a good thing.
I mean, one thing that Riven is now doing is freezing the top wave, so Malphite has to TP for sure. And he's losing a lot of CS and a lot of XP right now.
Speaking of losing CS, we already have a 10 CS gap on bot lane just from pure to 2v2. No intermission so far, no Skarner. Maybe looking here for a dive, but channeling the recoil might be a bit greedy. Now engage. The mantra W from Karma will connect onto Jenna. Ezreal now has to deal the damage, but Karma is forced to work in with it. Now the Arcane Shift comes in and Peel Force 1 barely escapes with 100 HP due to his flash. Ooh. Came from base, can go right back.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out is Ramonix using in really early heal here. Another all in.
Neon looking for something, but that's a Malphite.
Yeah, but Malphite's still low. He has still the TP up, but he probably needs to use it again after the wave.
Oh, we just saw a spiraling despair from the hay, but now maybe looking to find the combo, not quite, but here comes Skarner. Skarner would probably punch him down. The rock throw is enough to secure the one kill in the bot lane. They tried to 2v2 dive, it appears, but they ended up trading 1-for-1. Not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, they probably went
Is
for
he
the
dead?
dive.
He's also dead.
So they probably went for the dive, they killed the Karma, and then, not the Karma, they killed the Jenna. And then the Volibear was there, and they pretty much burned a turret, having to fight back, but it's really hard if enemy jungler is there, so yeah.
The Crasher jungler. Am I right?
Yeah.
Now he's even helping out Shove the Wave for Ezreal. Well, he's not really missing anything.
Shadow
Maybe he can. Ezreal can look.
here.
Arcane Shift hits. The flash was a bit overboard, but still enough to secure this kill. Bit of an overstay here from Blue Shadow.
Yeah, they needed to push the wave in, but they should have just let the Volibear himself and not leave the Kog'Maw there, or Volibear needs to stay longer. He backed away and then they just went in.
And now we have a demonic ascension popped in the mid lane from the Swain. We remember who I still know are from the play before, and the E will connect, and therefore solo kill in the mid lane from Levi.
Yeah, really well played from him. We see it.
Now with ult from Riven on top lane, but Leon just got smashed into the ground by the rock. What's happening?
Yeah, so that's one thing I was talking about. The early game matchup for Riven is still rough. I mean, Malphite is still Malphite. He has a lot of armor. He is really great against melee AD champions in the early game, but Riven still has this pretty sizable gold lead. Oh no, not
it's
anymore.
50 gold.
Yeah, it was a bit bigger like a few seconds ago, but yeah. He's probably still fine in the matchup. In bot lane we see a real big gap so far with 700 gold, more for the Israel. Which is really great for Israel because he wants to go for his first 2 items, and if he has 2 items before the enemy ADC, he's pretty much running the game from this point on.
Yeah, huge power spikes on these 2 to 3 items for this Ezreal, but we also have the Volibear Lito here looking to somehow get his lead onto his team, looking to secure the first round of grubs in this game. And I want to talk to you a bit more about this mid lane matchup. So in the long run, who's gonna take it there? as we actually have to pause that, and we see a grubs contest here coming out from Extraordinary. The first grub goes over to Extraordinary, and the combo onto Riven is clean, but not quite enough. The flash out means 2 grubs for Extraordinary here.
Yeah, but no one died on the side of Shadow Phoenix, so at least something for them. They secured also 1 crop, so no stacks from the side of Extraordinary. And to get back to your point about mid lane, I don't really know. I mean, the further the game gets, the easiest is it for him to wave till he just presses this one QE, I believe, the wave,
Yeah, Q.
the I don't know how to call it, the Vacos W thingy on the
Yes,
wave, and
let's
then
actually have. I'm gonna have to stop you for a second as we have Unstoppable Force coming out from top lane. Malphite being chased out from Lito and Neon. Neon is looking to find the kill, and the Riven ult will be enough for the first kill for this Riven with matchup.
so use like a shift here, but not going forward for Shadow Phoenix. So they are fine. So
Ooh, big poke here.
yeah.
That shouldn't be anything more, should it? Oh, Peel, maybe not.
Ooh.
Can barely escape the Karma W. That
Oh,
should
is this
not be
ult
enough.
enough?
Here being popped actually.
Yeah, we see the heal from Force 1. And now, again, they are in danger of being dove. Vamarox has heal up. Commandidos has barrier. They're deciding against it.
I think Neon might be in a bit of trouble here. 3 people were going up, but he's actually just
Nah,
able to dash out
he's driven.
like nothing happened. And now Levi, once again, demonic extension being activated, and
This should be enough.
Culpability will just be run down by the Swain. Holy.
Yeah, so Topavity has no flash, had no flash up. So, yeah, once the Swain hits his combo,
But that looks
he's
greedy.
in really big
Neon
trouble.
forced to dash out, but Malphite with the movement speed steal
Dead.
is running hinterher. Is running after him and trying. The shot will not quite be enough. Neon barely gets out of his greed.
Yeah, so really close there. We also saw Levi pressing his W, his Eye of the Emperor. How is it called?
Oh, I actually
Uh,
don't know that. I'm happy that I know some ults, but as we have the polar bear being chased out by the enemy
yeah.
mid and
Oh,
support
he's
duo.
looking to turn
Leto?
this. No.
I don't think he can turn it, can he?
Nah, not really. I mean, he had his way also moving. He had Jenna behind him, but I don't think they have enough damage to kill them.
Yeah, but now we have this 1 kill on the Riven who's already like 2.5 waves ahead. Do you think this pick is now unlocked, or is it still gonna struggle a bit?
It's still gonna struggle, but I believe she needs like 1 or 2 items.
But now with Peel Force 1 in the world of trouble and being taken out in insane pick from Vamarox, finding the pathing of Jenna here.
Yeah, really well played from them. He punished the aggressive move from P-Force 1 and then, yeah, just secured another kill. And the Ezreal is getting further and further ahead here.
And this Ezreal will walk out of hand in this lane so far. Vamarox maybe looking for a dive, but looks like a bit of miscommunication as Blue Shadow gets a lot of damage onto Vamarox.
Yeah,
But
I
this
believe Blue
move,
Shadow could have gone for a kill there if he wanted. I mean, Vamok still has the thumbs up, so
I mean,
really
that just
difficult.
sounds
But
greedy.
yeah, but you need to be a bit greedy now, no?
I think you're just chilling. As we have, speaking of chilling, trying to Freeman dive Levi here, but he just passed with the demonic ascension, and with that ultimate down, they are moving up to the second round of cups. Can they secure 4? We will see.
Yeah,
Karma has walked up.
yeah, so one thing I want to point out is Riven proxying a wave between the second and the third turret in top lane. So Maverick cannot really move because this wave is still coming, standing under turret, and they also decided to give it just up because you lost the ultimate on your Swain, who is really strong right now, and he's a really big part of your team fight. And if he doesn't have ultimate, it's not really strong for them.
But they do get the Drake in exchange, and now we have 2 Drakes already stacked up for Extraordinary. meaning they are looking towards the fast soul here. As we have Blue Shadow trying to escape the shackles of his own turret, but Skarner cancelled it?
Yeah, he
Can you
cancelled
cancel Stunner Dash?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, he
It's-
just did, no?
Maybe he did something wrong, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, uh, there was no way they were really getting the kill on the Kokma. He went away there. He's losing a wave. He's losing some plates. It's still a great play. If he steps forward there, then the scanner would have come in handy. But yeah,
Now getting back to the question on top lane, never mind, we're diving right back on bottom. Let's command DDoS and Bumrox are in the 2v2 against support and jungle. Here comes Swain, but maybe a bit too late. As we already thought, and the demonic extension being popped, but being forced to flash out immediately as Blue Shadow is dealing the damage that Kog'Maw is supposed to deal. 2 down for the side of Extraordinary, and that hurts.
yeah. So they thought they could fight it, but the one problem they had was the Swain went in a bit too early. He just got burst down from Volibear from Kokma, and then he had to flash away, still getting chased down by the Volibear with ultimate, with Copper behind him, and we see another fight happening.
I mean, that's just junglers being junglers. I don't think anything's happening here.
I mean, he still chunked him
Or
out.
maybe Lito's being caught up by Karma. Can Karma? No, that's
He
a
should
blast.
be fine. Oh, we see the first turret falling mid lane here.
We did see Levi taking his way bot side, and therefore Topavity being able to just take the first turret uncontested.
Yeah, so really big fumble here from the side of Extraordinary. You're just overextending the fight, and then losing your mid lane turret. We see another fight happening.
Leon looking for the pick onto Vamarox, ult flashing into the fight, but not quite enough to get onto him. And now Neon finds himself in a world of trouble. Can he get onto Vamarox? He tries it, and the Rivernoid will be enough to snipe out the Karma here. With Unending Despair will. The Spiraling Despair will also miss, and that means the shutdown for the Skarner. And now, changed by support, and Levi are looking for the 2v2 against Leto and Topavity away, and Leto is the one forced to run away with the bears running and the bears blinking away into safety.
Yeah, so they thought they caught Rhythm on the attempt to go proxy again. Rhythm right now cannot really fight this gunner. Getting a dive at the bot lane, but
They
not
tried to
really
find
happening
Riven,
much.
but Riven said no you.
Oh, look at the top side jungle.
I don't think. Can Leto try to contest this? I guess we will see. He's
Yes,
currently in a
ultimate
1v3.
up.
TP coming in from Topavity, but he's still in mid lane. Leto dropping low. The ult comes out, but it's not enough. A bit too early here from the bear.
Yeah, just another fumble we see here. But both teams not really playing their best right now. Making mistakes.
Redemption on bot lane being popped to keep Blue Shadow alive, but he's falling, dropping real low. Barely stays alive due to the redemption here.
Yeah, I mean, great redemption from P-Force 1 there. Really saving his ADC from being off. But they're losing the bot lane turret, and that's a more gold for the Ezreal
No.
here, who should be at choice.
Neon finding himself in another 1v2. The ults are being dragged on top of each other. Too much CC. Riven can't dash. Why CC it? Please buff.
Yeah, so one thing I do not really agree here is with bursting two really big ultimates on just catching the river under the turret. One would have been enough because you have a dragon fight in 20 seconds and you probably want to fight it. It's the sole point for you. You want to accelerate the game. When your Ezreal is probably at his strongest right now.
Now, if speaking of fighting, demonic extensions being popped, spiraling despair also hitting onto the Swain. And now this is the Swain once again without his ultimate, therefore a pretty weak Swain.
Yeah, so with that ultimate gone, I don't really think they can contest this objective, but they're still looking to.
They are still looking to, but this anything going to happen here? The big question, where it's currently just a big staring contest. Both teams too afraid to just start up the dragon, not feeling quite in
Yeah.
the position to do so. With mid lanes being taken
Oh, come on,
in the long run. But in the long run, I think this is going better for the Shadow team here.
I don't really think so. The ults are almost back up for the top side. We are only waiting for the
Oh, Vamarox being caught, forced to flash.
flash.
And now Neon, though, finding himself in the entire enemy team, trying to make a montage-driven play, and he does find Vamarox, who was currently flashless, and now the Impale is being used onto Leto, but Leto just walking it off pretty much, and now here comes Levi. Can he do something this way? Demonic Ascension being popped, but they're just walking away. The flash after is good, and now comes the Unstoppable Force, and therefore the turn from Extraordinary, they are pressuring out Shadow Phoenix.
Yeah, so one thing I talked about just right before the fight happened is the ult's coming back up again, and we just saw that in full force for Extraordinary. We saw the Malphite ulti use, we saw the Skarner ulti use to save his ADC there and get the Volibear into his team, and we saw the Swain ulti used to secure the positioning in the jungle and force Shadow Phoenix away. So Shadow Phoenix probably waited a bit too much to secure the objective, and with the consequence that it just lost it.
Now we're finding ourselves at a 3,000 gold lead for Extraordinary, as well as a free dragon lead in this game. However,
Yeah.
big difference on the AD carry and mid lane department.
Yeah, so Ezreal going base right now probably has this Mura mana ready, so
I guess
he's
so, yeah.
really strong right now. Also the Swain being at 3 kills, 2 items. He now has the luxury of getting tankier and tankier with his passive, with items, and he's really going to be hard to kill for this team of Shadow Phoenix.
Especially as they are this AD heavy still. Copmeister needs a bit of time to really tap into his magic damage potential in this game. And now change by support, showing that Malphite is a superior top laner here with his, I'm guessing, like 400, 500 armor.
Yeah, should be at least 400.
Oh,
Oh,
Levi finds top parity here. 1-on-1 situation, and Demonic essentially being popped. Top parity already no flash, but
no
does he
ghost.
connect? He does not. Now he does connect. That means he can't quite catch up though due to the fear, and now comes Leto. No Demonic Ascension, Capacity is still in it, trying to dish out some damage on the side, but Leto doing the main part. Levi being chased down, and Levi being smashed to pieces. Shut down.
Yeah, so once again overstepping a bit from Levi.
Oh,
He
Herald.
was just out of range to prolong his ultimate here. And what was going on with Herald here?
Well, so Vamarox jumped into the Herald and then drove against the ruins of Tier 1 mid lane.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean that's a thing if you actually just insta click into it, no?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still standing at the turret, and it's really hard to control that.
Somebody didn't do their driver's license, it appears.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're at a point of a few minutes of silence. I'm guessing we have Drake up in 220 again and Nash in 240. Cloud Soul actually up in 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Cloud
but
Soul and
we
Swain sounds insane.
yeah, Cloud Soul is also really insane for the side of Extraordinary. Um, you have the
So,
Swain who really wants to use it. Um, you also have the Malphite and the Skarner who really want to have the movement speed to run down the
mhm.
opponents. And we also see the Atacam being up, but not really a point of contention right now for both teams.
Not so far, but for Shadow Phoenix, they are trying to get back into this game. Yeah. How do you think they could start their comeback here?
it's really rough. They probably need to kill this Malphite once or twice to get Riven onto the sideline, pushing, and then they probably can do something like trade objectives for turrets. But it's really rough if you're already at down at some point. So trading is not really an option right now. You probably need to find a miracle team fight where they get out to Ezreal early and then try to get away from the Swain before his ulti is out, or when his ulti is out.
Speaking of ulti out, as we have our next engagement here, Lito being chased out of the enemy jungle and he's forced to use ult and flash out, but he did get the demonic extension once again being dropped by Levi. But that does mean no flash or ult for the from the jungler for this next Drake.
Yeah, but one really important thing is once again the Swain has no ultimate, and also one thing that is really surprising for me is Swain not building Rylays here.
Actually, Swano just comes back up, doesn't it?
Yeah, probably again, but it's still at 40
48
seconds.
seconds, not quite, not quite. He's like 30 seconds off.
Yeah, but Extraordinary can probably just stall their position out. They are in a great position right now. They don't really need to force the objective as soon as it comes up. So they are probably just waiting for the Swain ulti to come back up. They're already no, they're just starting
No,
it.
they're just forcing it.
We see the TP from Riven coming in.
Now we are probably looking at our biggest fight of the game, Malphite. Because changed by support on the flank, finds the two-man ult. Skarner trying to get the impaler onto these two, but is getting Jenna ulted away. And now the chase starts, but Skarner finds the Kog'Maw, but just in that moment, Commandidos gets distracted by Neon in the backline. And now the chase from Shadow Phoenix begins. Commandidos shifting forward and fighting together with Rocks. The Kog'Maw falls, and therefore Shadow Phoenix so far falls. Levi gets his demonic extension up, burns down the backline, and that's nearly an ace. Only Peel Force 1 remains. Disaster for Shadow Phoenix.
Yeah, so the fight at first looked really great. The Malphite ulti did pretty much nothing. The Skarner ulti did pretty much nothing. But they're still missing the damage in their team comp. Copper's not at a point right now where he can kill Skarner and Malphite pretty fast, and Comanche just did a really, really good job in playing this fight. He's pretty much full life the entire fight, and just hitting and hitting and hitting his spells without being in really much trouble here.
Yeah, and the arcane shift forward together with the mantra Q of the support combined to kill the Kog'Maw was honestly a pretty decent play.
Yeah, it was really, really well played from the bot line of Extraordinary. We pointed out the featured matchup are the two supports, and Bummerbox really putting his name on the map here.
Yeah, but P-Force 1 also had a pretty decent game so far, I would say. Just hasn't been working out quite as well for him.
Yeah, so the early landing phase was rough, but
Yeah.
it's mostly matchup related. So yeah. He
Yeah,
still had a great disengage, even right now. He cancelled the Skarner E, so his Kog'Maw is safe after the Malphite ultimate,
yep.
and he pushed the Malphite away with it, so... Yeah, he still has a great game, but his team is not really clicking right now.
Okay, maybe they can find something. Nope, nothing else. The Nash dance continues, trying to get vision in for both teams. And now we're seeing I guess you could call it the shortcomings of the team comp for Shadow Phoenix here. They don't really have a big engage as Levi on bot lane. Speaking of engage, I'm Swain with Cloud, so I would just run here on top ability. He is being run down by the Swain. Flashes, tries to flash away, but Levi also has a flash, gets after him. Now might just recall and look for Nash. I'm not quite sure what the next play might be, but that's a huge pick.
Yeah, now you secure a bot lane push. They probably need to answer the bot lane. Change by support also still having the push on top side because Riven is still not at a point where she really wins the matchup. She's not really ahead in gold, so it's really rough. And you also need to be scared of
Oh, here
Command
comes Ghana. Nope.
Also, here, FGC being 2
That's a
levels
lot
down.
of damage. Oh, but here comes Lito. Lito has some magic damage in his kit, so change person for actually falling in HP, but the price
the
for
movement
Malphite ulti
speed.
was mid here too.
Yeah, you got the Malphite ulti, but Malphite ulti does not have the greatest cooldown in the game right now, so it's not really worth trade here. You are losing a lot of pressure on the map for trying to kill the Malphite, but he just ults out. And is safe, especially with the Cloud Soul, you just saw the movement speed. He got from this one, so yeah. Still really scary that they got the Cloud Soul here. And we also saw in bot lane with the catch from Levi onto top heavy.
Yeah,
Just the whole movement speed from the Cloud Soul carrying this catch there.
also definitely being one of the better starts here for the team of Extraordinary with the Swain Malphite. Honestly, everyone in the team.
Yeah.
Now we have Ada in 2 minutes 10, but do you think we're actually gonna get to Ada this game? Because, well,
I mean, it's not pretty much a lot of happening right now, so there could be a way we go to Elder. You
speaking of
probably play
nothing
it safe.
happening, Lito, my man, you are not supposed to farm that camp right now as he's being forced out. The Unstoppable Force finds his target once again, and the Impale as well. Top Heavy is being caught out once more. He has to pay for the greediness of his jungler, I'd say. Nagmandados trading blows with Blue
Oh,
Shadow, not quite connecting the ultimate, and therefore Blue Shadow be staying alive, but this seems like a Nash angle.
yeah, so now it's Nash angle. Pro Lito was pretty much out of the fight. He lost flash, he lost ultimate, he had to base. Also, Blue Shadow had to base on a Kog'Maw. So, yeah, one thing I want to point out is Commanditos playing a pretty stellar game right now. Not being scared of anything.
Definitely.
Always stepping forward on the.
And now Lito's running and trying to get the steal, and he finds the Nash steal, steals it away from the hands of Extraordinary, and can Neon and Lito do something now? But the market mention makes Levi really tanky, but in the backline, Neon is trying to clean up house. Levi dies for his team, and change by support can't quite get to. But the Unstoppable Force can get onto Kog'Maw. Peel Force 1 will also not fall. That means it's a 1-for-2. And terrible for Extraordinary.
Yeah, look at the gold lead. They were like pretty much 5k gold up, and now they lost Nash. They lost a lot of kills, a lot of shutdowns, and now the gold is pretty much even. Like only 1.5k gold difference, which is not that great. The
Especially not
Copper
at
got
this
the
time in the game.
shutdown on the Sven, and I don't really know who got the shutdown on the. Who got the shutdown on the Malphite here?
Kog'Maw did as well. With passive,
Oh,
I'm guessing.
he also got the shutdown on the Malphite, so he got a lot of gold here. He's ahead of Ezreal right now. And Kog'Maw at 3 items can be really, really scary for a really tanky composition. We already saw what he did to Levi in this fight. Just pretty much ran him down. And now we're seeing a fight for Elder, but
Oh, Commanditos maybe a bit too forward this time. Getting stunned up by Lito, but it's not quite enough. Impale will do pretty much nothing here. The Demonic Extension being popped, but Commanditos is poked out, half HP. Can Black Shadow deal the damage? Neon is being caught in the backline, but this fight is too much in order. Extraordinary will clean up house. Not quite. Ace, but 4 members down. Extraordinary find the fight, even though Commanditos maybe overstepped for the first time this game.
yeah, so one thing they did this fight was they pretty much fought without their without their mid laner here. Topevity was not in the fight till the very last seconds, so they miss a lot of damage. Even the way is 1 and 9. He is at 3 items. He has a really big damage here, and now we see the Elder for side of Extraordinary, and we already saw that they will always win the 5v5 fight. So yeah,
Oh,
now it's
Eldon,
really
so
rough.
is it enough to end here?
Yeah, they're probably looking just at like going 5 people mid lane or something like that and forcing a fight with all the ultimates they have available. One-shotting one target. Could be the Kog'Maw they are one-shotting. Then if the Kog'Maw's dead, they're missing a lot of damage.
Most of the DPS relying onto Blue Shadow, but he does not have Flash available for this fight, but probably coming up in the time of the Ada. Big question is where can Extraordinary find it?
So we already see the 4 coming out of Command Leaders being pretty scary, but Heavy actually doing great damage onto him. We're seeing 5 people mid lane. We're just deciding to ARAM, and ARAM against Ray can be pretty hard. So you need to find a way to start a fight here if you really want to use this Elder tray.
But how do they find a fight? They don't seem quite certain themselves.
Yeah, so they're going for the red buff, and now they have looking for the top lane tier 2, which is a more safe objective to take, but I really believe they need to step up the pace a bit if they want to win with this Elder buff.
Yeah, Drake is slowly, very slowly running out. And with that, Dictionary is running out of time to find this all-important find. Topavity dropping quite low. The asteroid will miss. And now it's on to a staring contest once more, waiting for next wave simulator.
Yeah, so one thing the Merf had missed in mid lane was one wave. So they could not pressure the mid lane turret at the same time as the bot lane turret. Now both waves are also not really synced up. They are a bit synced up, so they are probably getting the bot lane
Elito
turret.
dropping quite low. Can they find him? They find him and Command Leaders finds the first kill. Elder Dragon is still up, I think.
That should
Now the
be
first
out
inhib will fall.
now. But
You
now
just
they
stick
don't
to
have
it
a
to leave?
front line for this fight, so could be again scary for the side of Shadow Feeding stepping up here, but
No.
Extraordinary
Extraordinary are
deciding
leaving.
against finishing the game.
I guess they want to delay for the last items on the carries, I'm guessing.
I mean, your Elder buff, you don't have Elder buff anymore, and now Nash is spawning, you go base, you go for a quick Nash setup, and probably secure Nash and finish through that. But we
I'm
already saw
guessing.
that purely to can steal these Nashes, and if Shadow Phoenix gets another one, they could actually turn the game around.
But the big point here, Nash spawns in 18, and Kog'Maw Flash is only up in 65 seconds. So if they just find the Kog'Maw here in this Nash fight instantly, if they know he's flashless, they will find him. Especially as Melvin is flashing right up, Leto being caught, Demonic Ascension being popped from Levi, probably trying to force out the Woolly Berries here. He is forced to wait out, he's ulting out, and can he get away actually? Being chased down by 3 men. Still, the W will not quite connect, but the Impale finds Kog'Maw and it finds Jenna and drags them into his team. Malphite will find Topavity, and with that, 3 members are down. I can't count, and now Neon being forced out of his own base by Extraordinary. Can he find command leaders? I'm guessing not, and that's now a 4 for nothing. Incredible find here from Levi and Van Viscana.
Yeah, so one thing they did pretty well is just looking for a catch here, not really looking for the objective, not taking the flip again. Finding the catch onto Pro Elite, who actually gets out alive, but the rest of his team doesn't. So,
And with that,
yeah.
the game 1 goes to Extraordinary. Elite cannot defend his turrets. 1-0 for Extraordinary.
Yeah, but pretty rough around the Nash. They need to look into that so that Nash doesn't get stolen in this kind of situation. If they can just avoid it, if they get the Nash there, the game is pretty much over. 10 minutes earlier, or no, not 10 minutes, like 5-6 minutes earlier. But still, the second Nash they played really great. They had pressure. They just went for the catch. Didn't want to flip the objective, and then they won with that.
Yeah, and even though Lito did successfully do the Hero Steal, it wasn't quite enough to drag his team back into the game, and the Kog'Maw didn't scale fast enough.
Yeah, so the thing we pointed out in the laning phase that I don't really like the lane of Renner against Karma because you cannot really contest the Karma in the early game, and that's the one thing they did with that is just bullied the bot lane and get went with their lead through the entire game with the Ezreal being ahead and then just winning through that.
Yeah, definitely playing a huge part in here. And so, if you had to pick someone in this game, who do you think was the MVP here for Extraordinary Game 1?
So I already pointed out that Komandi just had a pretty stellar game, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to give it to him. He played really, really great. Always stepped forward, never was scared of taking a fight, and that's how he wanted, how they wanted, with a really, really aggressive um Ezreal, who always played on the edge, but only once went too far into at the Elder fight, but still survived and played for Steven. We are going into the draft for game 2.
We're going into a quick draft of Game 2 already, it appears. We're waiting for the teams to ready up. And what kind of changes do you want to see from Shadow Phoenix this game?
So they probably need to ban the Skarner. You already
Mm-hmm.
talked about that. Skarner is the menace of jungle right now. He is really scary. He has a lot of CC. He has still great damage for being that tanky. And yeah, so he had some really good ultis in this game. So it's really scary to face that again. Probably don't go for the Volibear that early. I don't
Mm-hmm.
really liked it. He had a good early game, but he couldn't really do a lot with his lead. So yeah, go for more standard teamfight draft, and then they could probably win the game. But
I
with
would definitely agree. As we have seen, skill-wise, these teams seem to be pretty much on a level, despite the champion matchups in this first game.
yeah, so we see again the Nafiri ban. For this game, Shadow Phoenix should have their first ban available, and they ban out the Swain. Swain also was a really great pick here. And it's definitely understandable ban the mid laner from Shadow Phoenix struggled a lot against this Swain,
We're
dying like
also
2 or
seeing
3 times.
the way taken out from Extraordinary as well as Maokai, followed up by Shadow Phoenix banning both Caitlyn and Jarvan once again. And now we see what is Extraordinary's top prio on this patch. First pickable champion,
Yeah, it
and
should
it's
be the
going to
Skarner,
be,
but it also can be the
yeah.
Ivern, but they're not looking for the Ivern, they're picking the Skarner here. So, once again, the question lies for Shadow Phoenix, how do we counter this champion?
But this time they actually do have the Ivan available as it was banned last game.
Yeah, but now the thing is, does your jungler play Ivern? And it does
That's a
not
good question.
look like it, because they're having the Wukong right now. Wukong can be great because the Skarner ult can pick up the Wukong clone, so could be somewhat of a counter, but yeah. We're
Point
looking at a
being
strong team fight right now.
locked in, Misfortune being hammered, big team fight, AD carry, wombo combo, press R team comp. Might be
Yeah.
in the making here from Shadow Phoenix. Being locked in actually. Just blind pick Misfortune.
Yeah, so you play a Misfortune as well, no?
Yeah, yeah.
I probably casted yeah, I casted you against in the Scream game once, but you popped off on MF. What is your counter into MF?
Counter into MF.
Yeah, so you play himself, what is the matchup you don't actually like?
Honestly, there are like a few matchups which I feel like Misfortune is not the best in. One of them being actually the Ezreal. Ezreal, like pretty much anything that's mobile is a bit tough for Misfortune. The Ezreal
Yeah.
seems like a great answer here, especially into Misfortune Wukong.
Yeah, it's really, again here a really strong pick. We already saw Commanditos performing really well on it. And now we
Now
see
the
the Lissandra,
Lissandra.
another comfort pick for the extraordinary mid laner after the Swain has probably second most played champion. So we're going for full wombo combo here on the side of
Appears
Shadow
so.
Phoenix.
They went from full comfort and everyone is just playing better to we just wombo combo them down. They can't move with their perma CC into death. Will it turn out great? I mean, honestly, against Lissandra Ezreal, this doesn't seem like a good lineup you want to have, does it?
I mean, if you want your CC combo and get on top of the Ezreal, he is pretty much Half-Life just from the CC combo of Wukong Rel. And if MF ult just hits in a bit, he's probably down. But we need to see Bromban here probably from the side of Shadow Phoenix.
Yeah, Braum seems devastating so far. You're absolutely right. They're soft attacking the come out with the Poppy. Poppy actually also pretty decent band if you ask me.
Yeah, countering the engage on the side of Extraordinary. We see the Galio ban. Galio is really good with Wukong as well. Giving you another all-in angle. Also the Camille just locking in and carry into her ultimate, which could be really devastating paired with the MF,
No,
and we see another wombo
we're
combo
just
champion.
doubling down. Get into arena. And what I mean, what happened is well, maybe an Ornn, a Malphite. What could
Yeah, so
combo
we're
combo as well?
probably looking at the Renekton or a Malphite Ornn here again. I mean, top lane could be another weird pickup, like the Riven again. I don't really like it. With the
Okay.
heavy all-in draft, you could also look at something like the Rumble if your top laner plays it, or just pick yourself something like Shogat, who can provide some CC into the combo, or just the Malphite here.
Honestly, I'd rather see an Alistair here from the side of Extraordinary than a Nautilus, but I think Nautilus is also fine.
Oh.
Zyra is interesting, definitely.
Yeah, it's one of the comfort picks from Extraordinary support from Vamba Roxy. You really like to play it. So I'm excited to see it again. It could be really great into the rail. You can just CC her jumping in and you really poke her out of lane. So Shadow Phoenix once again has a problem of losing the bot lane 2v2 matchup. And now they need to find a way to get their lane into the game, because if MF is not really good in the game, they're lacking a lot of damage right now.
Now more the Kaiser being locked in.
Yeah, great pick into the Ornn, and yeah, great on
Okay.
the side lane matchup, but still lacking a bit of team fight prowess, but should be fine with the rest of their comp.
Well, now looking at these game 2 drafts, we have full wombo combo ultimates against just another standard front to back team fight from Extraordinary. And who do you see taking this one now?
So I really like the draft of Shadow Phoenix, but they could face some issues with access on the Ezreal Lissandra. Lissandra can just ulti herself and be safe. Ezreal has the Arcane Shift, has the Flash for most of the fights. It's really safe. Zyra is also a really great anti-dive champion. And yeah, you have a solid frontline with all the Scala. So on paper, the Shadow Phoenix draft is really powerful, but it's really hard to execute against Extraordinary, so I still prefer the Extraordinary draft here.
Well, I would agree, but with that said, we are going into a quick break as we're waiting for the spectator delay to run out, and we'll see you again in, I think, about 3 to 4 minutes, and we'll be right back. welcome back to our pre-show of the second game of today's match, Extraordinary with Shadow Phoenix. Drafts have already been done, and coach,
Yeah.
what do we have here?
So we have one more comment on the side of Shadow Phoenix. We have a pretty much good dive against a good draft against a dive comp on the side of Extraordinary. We have a featured matchup in this game between the two supports. Game one, we saw really stellar performance in the laning phase from Vamarox, and I think we will see the same for this game.
I would be. It would be confusing if it wasn't like that. Yeah, we once again have a winning lane here from Extraordinary in the bot lane. As we head into the second game, current score is 1-0 for Extraordinary. This is the second of two games. And for anyone who was not here for the first game, this is probably a very important game for both of these teams, as this determines what team has realistic playoff chances, and the other one would have to, well, pray and hope for the best.
Yeah, so one thing we talked about in the break real quick was the usual number you need to really be safe into playoffs are 7 wins. So Extraordinary, if they win this one, they had 4 wins, so they need 3 wins from the last 2 matches they have. Yeah, really still difficult, but for Shadow Phoenix it should be nearly impossible to get into playoffs if they lose this one.
But in most cases, 6 wins should also be enough, so that would mean they would only need 2 wins in the last 2 matches.
Yeah.
2 out of 4 sounds.
Yeah, but if you lose to a direct opponent, the head-to-head matchup, I don't know if it's really a decider for the for a tiebreaker, but it mostly is, and I was just told by Linus it's the Buchholz score. So yeah, head-to-head not being a decider could be good for Shadow Phoenix, but still rough losing against Extraordinary. You have to win against better teams then, so really rough for them to secure the last spot.
Definitely going to be a challenge for either of these teams to make their way into playoffs. But if they do find their way into playoffs, both of these teams have. Actually, we have a big fight on bot lane here, and Blue Shadow flashing in, but only forcing out the barrier from SV here, who Commentators just barely gets out. This was a beautiful level 2 here from Shadow Phoenix bot lane.
Yeah, so they did not respect the level 2, and then P-Force 1 just went in, played really aggressive this one, and
On top lane, do we have another solo kill? Or change by support flashes out from Nightfall.
NFGC could do something funny
Honestly,
here.
maybe Shadow Phoenix here having woken up in game 2, maybe.
And so one thing Neon FGC could have done is so you can flash in the queue from Mordekaiser, which looks really weird, but that's the one thing he could have done, but change by support was a bit close to level 3, I think, so that's why he decided to not do that. And we see the bot lane from Extraordinary struggling a bit right now.
No, Peel force one, trying to find an engage,
Oh.
forcing out Arcane Shift. And that costs a lot of mana. He can't do it forever, and the bounce from the love tab will find Command Deus. Another flashing comes in. They know Deus is without barrier, and his flash is also out now, which means Lito being here will secure the first kill, but Vamarox finds one in return, so it's at least a 1 for 2, as Skarner is just a bit too late for this play.
Yeah, so once again, using the early advantage they got from Extraordinary, not respecting the level to hit earlier level 2 hit from Shadow Phoenix, and pretty much snowballing the lane from that, getting the early kills onto the Wukong, onto the Rel. Rel not the best recipient of the kill, but yeah, still working for them.
Still a kill and bringing them ever so closer to the heats. And yeah, top lane is definitely happening.
Yeah, so really bad matchup here for On. He can survive it, but he cannot really step up. Especially when the Mordecai is level 6. If you get ulted, you're pretty much dead in the early game as on.
Definitely. As we are probably getting most of our focus once again on this bottom lane, which right now looks a bit flippy. P1, not finding the greatest engage here, getting poked out a bit. But as long as he trades his HP off for command leaders, it should be alright.
Yeah, so losing HP on your ADC is much worse than losing HP on your support, especially when it's a tanky support like Rel. Rel always has a shield up if she wants to, if she dismounts. We see another trade top lane.
Now we are once again looking at these junglers, looking what objective is being focused on first, and we do see both junglers pathing to the bottom once again, maybe looking to contest this first dragon. We have a team fight coming up in the horizon. Probably no level 6 though for the bot lane, so that is probably something that Shadow Phoenix would have to calculate in their team fighting.
Yeah, so one thing we see now on bot lane is Syra really using her rage advantage, always poking out P-Force 1. It's really rough for the world play right now.
But in the meantime, Lito finding Skarner, the shockwave will connect onto Skarner, and Skarner will probably just fall to the Drake, as well as the stuff of Wukong, and on top lane Neon using his level 6 advantage on the change by support and just solo killing him in the middle of the lane. Shadow Phoenix waking up in the second game.
Yeah, so as I already said, the top lane match was really rough for the Ornn. Getting put into the death ramp and then just dying there, it's hard to play, it's hard to survive this matchup. He did not respect the level 6 city and also did this kind of not respect the level 6 from Ori here. She moved first and they secured a kill with it and also are securing the Drake with the kill.
And with that, we now have the trade-off happening between Drake and Grubs. First one of Grubs will be secured by Skarner here for Extraordinary. While Wukong, Mr. Leto just secured the first Drake, and now maybe Shadow Phoenix can start stacking this Drake in game 2. And honestly, this just looks like a complete reverse of game 1.
Yeah, so on the side of Extraordinary, we now have the Crabs. On the side of Shadow Phoenix, we have the Drakes. So this could be a reverse scenario of last game, where Shadow Phoenix gets a lot of early Drakes, then can snowball from this, and once again, Change by Support is in trouble here.
Nah, he's on. He's good.
So far, he's good.
So far, he's good. Still has enough HP in his HP bar to just tank it away. And now though, with level 6 hitting, P-Force 1 and Blue Shadow will find the 2v2 kill. Great engage from the well here, finding the perfect engage on the Vamarox, which did not have flash yet.
Yeah, so once again, not respecting the level up timers of people and being punished for that. So, yeah, they're not really doing a great job at respecting the early level ups. We saw a kill in top lane by hitting level 6. We saw a huge lead in bot lane by hitting level 2 first. We saw a kill in bot lane right now by hitting earlier level 6 and not being respected by Extraordinary.
This kind of looks like a weakness so far in the second game, as now Topavity is being found though in the mid lane. 3 people might be a bit much for him, and Levi takes the kill with help from his support and jungler. What a great roam.
Yeah, great roam, great play there, and now Vamarox.
Vamarox maybe a bit deep here. P-Force 1 finding him, and this just shows why this is the featured matchup here, with both of the supports finding each other one after another, but this force of the mid jungle duo from Extraordinary is big enough to secure this fight from himself, and will they find B+1? He
Ooh,
barely gets out with a dismantle
Slife.
shield, and ooh,
Yeah. So getting out with the shit. Oh, we see another ulti in top lane.
Flash being forced out from changed by support, traded for the death ram should be okay-ish.
I mean, now you don't have play for the next death frame, and the next death frame is earlier up than you wanted to be. uh, yeah. So we saw a catch on Rocks, but Extraordinary is still being in the area after the mid lane play and are ready to punish the play and getting kills onto the mid, onto the support, not onto to support on the Wukong there.
Now the Horn being called to clear this wave, get his reset ready for change by support. And we are preparing for the next set of objectives. Drake spawning 130, grabs pretty much the same timer, I'm pretty sure. And what are you expecting here for these objectives?
Up a bit earlier, so probably Shadow Phoenix are looking to contest these scrubs because they have actually split pushing top laner. They want to play
On
this.
mid lane, we have a shockwave. Top Pavity looking for the 1v1, but Levi just health cast ulting with a frozen tomb, and therefore disarming situation. But here comes Lito looking for the stealth dash, and he finds it. The Q connects, and the shutdown being cashed in, but the impale is enough to get the return kill, and this seems like a terrible timing for jungler to die.
Yeah, so really bad timing to die, but he should be up for the next objective. And they use the Skarner ulti for that, so Skarner ulti will not be up for the Drake fight, will not be up for the Krabs fight. Could be a problem for them.
As we see,
see
actually,
them
Bamarox
Krabs.
stayed bot lane. Does that mean that Extraordinary just want to give the Grubs here?
I mean, Skarner is in the area, so they could look for a contest here.
Maybe
Is
they just take
now
one.
basing, but a bit late, I think.
He was one looking for Levi, but can't quite get him into his grasp. Takes a quarter of his HP bar, but that's about it. And now we see Shadow Phoenix actually just all moving down. And here, Vamarox maybe a bit too far up, being caught, not quite. Yes, with Lito's flash ult, Vamarox will be caught and will be taken down. And now, second spinning ape rotation being pulled out the commentators to poke him out. And now Levi looking for the dive and clean Lissandra combo being shown here. Which means the Drake will still not be contested though. Or will it?
No, they went for the Krabs, for the 6 Krabs, just to deny it from Shadow Phoenix, who have the split pusher. But now, Ian FGC is like, I want these Krabs and I want to take
And Neon got one. That's disaster for the side of Extraordinary here. Neon finding himself in the death rim. 5 grabs secured for Extraordinary and probably a Mordekaiser plus, but Mordekaiser takes down Levi as well. And now the re-engage by change by the board looking for the Ornhorn. Peel-Force once will not find anything, and the misfortune bullet time will just be used to disengage. With it, no more fighting, hopefully.
Yeah, so the misfortune ulti was a bit weird there. I don't think they really needed for the disengage. They could have looked for a turn with the red ulti also up, just pulling everyone in, locking them into the bullet time from MF. Didn't create damage to them, but yeah, they got a kill onto the Mordekaiser, but he first took down the Lisandra here, which is really great for him. He also secured 1 crab, denying the 6 crabs for the side of Extraordinary, and now we are looking probably at an even more struggling top lane matchup.
Yeah, definitely. Changed by support. He is struggling a lot in this lane so far, getting slapped to infinity and beyond by Nightfall. But Versavax only kind of ignoring him on top lane, which is the fate of an Ord, as we had the Shockwave being used in mid lane to try and solo kill Levi, but Levi once again, the self-cast Frozen Tomb isn't enough this time. So Pavity actually picks up the solo kill by hitting another Q, and Levi being caught out in the 1v1.
Yeah, so Tapavity had enough of getting ganked and getting caught out all the time, and now he's the one catching Levi.
He decided it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Now I'm the one aggressing this game. He's brutally took. Oh,
What?
awesome vision.
Mordekaiser was there to back up his power leader. Did he get the blue buff? I
I
didn't
don't
see.
know. We need to look at the junglist to confirm that.
But in bot lane with Peel was one looking for something, but not really finding anything. Yeah. That blue buff being taken by either side because we can't really deny or confirm who got it. P-Force 1 now looking for engage on bot lane and finds a beautiful engage once again, just barely enough for the double kill with a bullet time on it. And in the same moment, Neon showing up on the counter matchup, showing by Mordekaiser counters changed by spot, but he can't quite connect Nightfall for the final 400 HP of oneself. And we keep going, even more to Pavity in mid lane being caught, this time by Levi once more, as well as a gank. But here comes Lito to help out his pawn, and Pavity is actually still alive. Levi falling to the ape. Can Lito finish him off? Pavity dealing big damage with the balls in the sides. And Skana in the end will fall. Monkey, Greater Scorpion, it's confirmed here.
Yeah, so really important right now is this Wukong is at 7 kills. And it's really going to be a menace for the team of Extraordinary here. Really hard to kill at some point. And yeah, so they go for the kill mid lane. They lack a bit of damage without getting in range after Levi's ultimate. And then the Wukong is there to just turn it around, getting a double kill, saving his mid laner. It's looking a bit dire here for Extraordinary.
And this game, PF Force 1 really showing off on his way pick here. And now we have another player on top lane. Lito's here to help out his buddy Neon, but they can't quite get a grasp on any of these two people on top lane. Another Mercs maybe a bit too far, not quite. He's all good. And now Harold being taken on by Shadow Phoenix.
Yeah, there's no real way Extraordinary can contest it, so Shadow Phoenix is just like, yeah, that one is our objective. They probably can.
But dropping mid tier 1 current maybe? No, this looks
Are
crazy.
they though?
Yeah, they are. They are. It's not looking greedy actually. I was lying.
Yeah.
Now in bot lane though, Topavity being matched against the AD carry, he's saying, well, AD carry, thank you for the free 300 gold if he finds command leaders. We got, our camera sadly got moved away, I don't know where he went. This top lane brawl seems to be more important. Thank you, Riot Games, for that. Command leaders actually got out.
Escape here.
Yeah,
Actually,
he just gets out. Topavity must be molding.
yeah, I mean, he's still not ready to participate in this fight. Also, the Skarner's looking
Yeah,
pretty,
but
pretty much dead here.
they did sacrifice their jungler for the AD carry, so.
Yeah, and now they're going for the Drake. Also,
Where
the
he gets
Skarner
out.
getting out, but
Wait, why does he get out?
I mean, there's no reason to let someone chase over behind him. I mean, the only person who actually could have is the Orianna, but you're just getting your third Drake here, and that's the point we talked about. Now we get a reverse of the first game. Shadow Phoenix having all the Drakes. Also having a great Drake for them with the Hextech Drake, giving you the slow on the damage, which
Yeah,
is really devastating if you are standing in an MF ultimate and getting extra slows.
once again rolling a great soul for the team comp, getting the Drake so far. Now maybe the commanders can look for something. No, he's scared. Now Topavity finding out that Levi is not going to be matching him, and the 1v1 is getting disturbed by a jungler with a shockwave. Cannot quite connect with Levi. Topavity once more falls to the Skana this game. That's the point where you just call jungle diff and go troll, no?
Yeah, it actually is. No.
King of
He doesn't.
Jungle Diff. Here we once again have a support, and Command Leader's not actually in the Skarner melee range. I don't know why exactly, but this fight is not a skirmish you want to take. Blue Shadow also joins 2 already down to the count, and Skarner will also fall 3 kills down. Topavity being avenged by his team here.
Yeah, so again, overstepping there from Command Leaders, being way too deep there, and then his team wanting to save him, but they're not in position to save him, and they're leaving people out, and oh no, Levi didn't even get the plant there. Going for another plant, he also does not
Oh
get it, and now
boy.
the Herald is here to dive him.
And Levi just being taken out before the tower could even crash down. PL Force 1 showing up in this game too, and really showing that he is on par with what Command Leaders Damarox can do when he gets some agency.
Oh, I mean, we talked about Piff. No, it was Romarox not having his driver license, but Rualito just driving from bot lane to mid lane to secure another turn with the Herald. Really great driving skills here from him.
Uh-oh. Not again. Topavity once again walks into a Skarner, and honestly at this point, Impale will find him. He will flash out. Can he get out? Atakan is trying to execute him, but he's alive on like barely on like 80 HP. He actually gets out,
Yeah.
and
So,
Impale has been
oh,
wasted.
he's on vision though. As your ultimate is up,
Well,
Vamarox
Ezreal
going for the.
is on
Oh,
cooldown. Ezreal is on cooldown.
oh, it is, yeah.
Vamarox may be greeding a bit too much now, being CC'd by Beef was one and prepared for
So the
lead over
ultimate is a
Monkey
bit.
King.
Yeah, sorry. So the ultimate is a bit much there from the side of Cruelito. Vamos was pretty much dead. Now they don't have the ultimate for the turn. See the TP
Here
coming.
comes Extraordinary looking to contest with Atakan. TP comes in from both sides. Now they're all here, ready to brawl. The priority is still on his way. Neon in the death frame, brawling up with Skarner. That means the Atakan will just be taken out by Shadow Phoenix here. And this fight, though, is not what they want. It's complete mess. They didn't get a single CC comp in with the bullet time. And that means that it's a complete wash for Shadow Phoenix. Team Extraordinary here cleaning up this mess, changed by support. Just got in the tech team with Vamarox, got out Blue Shadow in the end. No, that's not right. Oh, it is.
Yeah,
But
it is. So a lot of to unpack here. So at first, really great awareness here from the NFGC. Just get the scanner out of the picture. Uh, trap him in the death frame, so he cannot contest the Atakan. You secure the Atakan, but then you're a bit split. EMF ulti was not great. It went completely through the enemy lines, not having anyone actually. And then the fight was actually tough because you were split up, your Wukong didn't have ultimate, losing a lot of fighting powers, and F also missing your ultimate completely is pretty hard.
P Force 1 losing exactly 0 health for misstepping a bit.
Yeah, that's the point of picking the rel. You're fairly mobile and you have this big shield lying onto your W, just dismounting and then being safe.
And now we have the big fight coming up. We actually do have Topafity on side lane TP nearly up, but not quite yet. So waiting for the TP to come up and also getting a free top
Yep.
tier 2. But
But
at the
okay.
same time, Extraordinary pressuring out the whole team of the Shadow Phoenix, trying to get a fight. Chamber Spot misses overnight with no pressure whatsoever. Here comes Neon looking for something, trying to get Nightfall in. The Death Frame will. I don't think he's in it. He is?
No.
No, he's not. And Commandidos will be forced out. Commandidos will be forced back into the fountain. And this is a complete wash extraordinary, way too deep. And once again, they find the combo. They find an effort that hits someone. And the fight just plays itself.
Yeah, so the one thing here is Jace by support completely missing his own ultimate, pretty much deciding the fight even before it began, not being able to get that catch off, and then, as I already said, the last fight, Shadow Phoenix did not have a great usage of their ultis, so this fight they had probably to pretty much 1v3ing a fight on the top side, Blue Shadow hitting a great ultimate onto Ramaraks and then to change by support, getting them low, and then fight is pretty much easy. Neon FGC didn't even need to block someone into the death well. And yeah, they're just getting the next objective with it, securing the soul. Now being in position, in great position to get this Nash up, getting the vision in. I'm just looking for a bit of poke here, but yeah.
And with that, so this game just turned into extreme hard mode. For the side of Extraordinary, with slows really hurt. Command leaders can tell from that getting slow, but this misfortunately into Hextech, so it really hurts. And now taking position are Shadow Phoenix.
Yeah, so one thing Shadow Phoenix can do, and what they're already doing a bit, is just leaving that Mordekaiser on bot lane.
Mm-hmm.
Pressing with him on the side lane. They need always to send the Lissandra to answer him, so Lissandra cannot go for a crazy flank play into the team fight. And now the Mordekaiser is not walking bot lane again. He's walking to his team, so they're probably
They're
looking just.
looking to hard force this Smash. They're probably just going to
Yeah,
start it if they see no vision. And now the pings come in, and the team is looking for a turn. Commanders getting caught by the ape, and Peel Force one with a beautiful ult. In comes the Misfortune Bullet Time, and it's a complete wash. 3 members down from Extraordinary, and
looking for a
this is how a
finish.
coherent team comp looks like.
Yeah, they're looking for a finish now, I think. I mean, to look
And
back at
hey,
this fight, really great catch here again from the Wukong, also from P-Force from
oh,
having
Levi looking for a lot of
okay.
damage. Shut down on Blue Shadow instantaneously. The Pavity dropping really low. The horn barely misses the Pavity, and therefore Change by Sport does not collect another. But at least he holds his mid lane tier 3.
Yeah, so a bit of a throw here. I don't think you actually can finish the game here. Um, as shown by Levi, just clearing the wave with his ultimate, even uh, getting a kill here on Blue Shadow, getting the big shot on actually. If you go for Nash here and then reset and play with Nash on a fresh reset with all the gold you got, it's probably much easier to play it than just walking down mid lane.
And now we're still looking at a nearly 10k gold lead for Shadow Phoenix. Looking to even up this score right here, right now. Dancing, probably going to be dancing around the Harriet. But of course, first clearing up the jungler. The jungler as a good jungler should do. And yeah, walking up to the Nash for Nash round 2.
Yeah, so once again, getting set up here. Still
That's
having the
starting.
superior comp, just starting it.
Oh, this I'm actually going for it, but the Pavity is on the flank. Levi's catching the flank, trying to get on the Pavity, but if self-cast everything, that might have been a mistake. And now in goes the Orn. Viscana being impaled, and now Misfortune with a beautiful combination with Peel Force 1 once again finds 2 targets instantly. Hammer's also being monkeyed down out of the game, and this might now be the end angle they were looking for. This time it's only an Orn, no Lissandra to stop them, and what a wash.
So once again, Topavity actually getting out of the catch with his flash, with the face rush. And then once again, a beautiful engage from Pier Force 1, showing his prowess on the Rel. Probably daring teams now to leave it open against him. Um, it's really great what he showed here.
And now this is
Carrying his
going
team
to
actually
be
through this game and
the end
opening.
of the game with an ace, finishing up this series for today. Honestly, I don't think we need to talk about MVP for this game because I feel like
Nah,
it's all pretty obvious.
yeah, it's going for Pier Force 1. having a
Definitely.
really stellar game on the rail, opening up his MF to so many kills, to so many fights here, carrying these fights with his huge engages, and yeah.
Definitely having a huge impact, showing what he can do when he gets the agency as a support player wants. And with an even series 1-1 now, which is probably not what either of these teams wanted going into today.
I mean, they still have the chance to go 6-6 after this. So yeah, but now it's a bit harder for both of them. They need to look for a lot of wins in their next two series. They actually need to win 3 games in 6 games. So could be pretty rough for them looking at potential opponents. So yeah, will be exciting to see the last weeks of SNCL. Looking who gets into these playoffs, who does not make the cut.
But that is gonna conclude this stream for today. This cast ends here with a 1-1 between both of these teams. It was a blast to commentate. Thanks again to Linus for producing and to Coach you, my co-caster, for casting with me. It was a lot of
Yeah,
fun, and the
yeah, it
next
was.
game would probably be next week if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah,
uh,
so
that's
next
it
week we are.
that's it from us, and we'll see you again in the next game.
Yeah, so